There it is. Oh, I think I know. Thank you. Well, we've all heard how terrific Marcy is, and I echo that. She is terrific, and she's nice. Not all people who are politicians or all people who serve the public are nice. And Marcy is nice. There's no two ways about it. And I thought, well, how would I describe that? I think I'd call it likability. I've never heard, and maybe I don't travel in the right circles, but I've never heard anybody say anything nasty about Marcy. She's exemplary, and I'm happy to walk in her shadow. When I came onto the scene in 1985, when I came onto City Council, I didn't know Marcy. I'd heard of her, but it was kind of confusing then, because on council there was Mary Ellen McNally, and there was Mary V, and then there was Mary Jane Paulson out at the college, the Pikes Peak Community College. I can't remember who was at the Air Force Academy, but it was a woman. And at CC there was a woman whose name I can't remember because it's all a little foggy now. But anyway, it was very confusing. And so I was often called Marcy, or I was called Mary Ellen, and I'm sure they were called Mary Lou. People just couldn't, we were women, we were just the same. And so Marcy zoomed ahead of the pack. And she has served, as you heard, so many different roles, so exemplary. I challenge you to name something that she wasn't a great leader in. And that likability is the factor, I think, that caused that to happen. I've served on many committees with her. You know, she's generally quiet. I've never heard her raise her voice. But then she comes out, you know, sometimes I want to snap her, because she comes out with the most logical comments that just trashed my comments, and she was right. And so, but she's very likable, and I love her, and we're very fortunate to have her. And I would just like to echo what some others have said. You people who live in Manitou act like you own her. No, she is a person who has served our entire state. And I'm sure if you had invited some Denverites, and maybe we have, they would thank her for the work she did in the legislature and as insurance commissioner. Certainly the county is aware of her contributions, but certainly the city is aware of her contributions too. And I would just like to say in closing, Marcy, would you move to Colorado Springs and be our mayor?